Joe Rogan endorsing Donald Trump. This just after Elon Musk made the case for 45 during his 2.5-hour sit-down interview on Rogan's podcast today. So two major endorsements, Megyn Kelly and Joe Rogan, at Monday night, right before the election.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This is absolutely huge breaking news. Joe Rogan officially endorses Donald Trump. Joe Rogan tweets this shortly after he posts his interview with Elon Musk. Elon Musk did a surprise interview with Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan podcast. He goes, "The great and powerful at Elon Musk, if it wasn't for him, we'd be effed." He makes what I think is the most compelling case for Trump you'll hear. And I agree with him every step of the way. For the record, yes, this is an endorsement for Trump. Enjoy the podcast. This is absolutely huge news coming out Monday night, right before the election. Those individuals that have been on the fence, that follow Joe Rogan or waiting for Joe Rogan, to make a decision, this is going to take those individuals that were on the fence to have them get off the fence. If the case hasn't been compelling enough, because needless to say, the Harrison Walz campaign is absolutely tanking. It is tanking. And this is huge. We're going to jump into some clips of the interview with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. This is incredible. Megyn Kelly also endorsed Donald Trump. This is great news. This is absolutely great news. What do you guys think about this? Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let's jump into this.
Openly.
Yeah.
I mean, the sheer number of hoaxes that the Democratic Party is pushing over and over again. And it's like, look, I understand like politicians are going to, exaggerate. They're going to misspeak.
Yep.
And they'll tell occasional, untruths, whatever. That's how it is in politics. But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes,
yep,
you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
And this has been happening to Donald Trump for the past 9 years. This guy's been pulling off adversity, showing massive courage. If that wasn't a compelling argument enough to vote for this individual, you can vote for whoever you want, but I'm letting you know who I voted for. But if that's not a compelling enough argument to say, man, this guy is saying F the system, not in a bad way, but in a very good way, because the DOJ has just been going after him. They've, attempted 2 assassination attempts on this guy, and this guy is just showing relentless courage. Keeps getting up, fight. It is absolutely epic.
And you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people. If you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Obama just said that on stage.
Obama just said that. I was like, what the flying fuck?
He doesn't give a fuck. They're just
That's a flat
going
out
for
goddamn
it.
fucking lie.
Flat out lie.
Flat out fucking
How
lie.
about the other one where Kamala's campaign used what Trump was saying about protecting women and from illegal immigrants?
Thank you.
You remember that? What he was saying is, if the women like it or not, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
When he was saying that, they were trying to say that he was taking away women's right to choose.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case. I have to keep pausing this just simply due to copyright, so pardon that. But if you guys are bearing with me, super awesome. But this is amazing news here.
The women like it or not. Like, that's not what he was saying.
Absolutely.
He was literally talking about protecting them from dangerous people that are sneaking in through the border.
Yes, exactly. They'll take like not even a full sentence, like a half a sentence from Trump, and then they'll push it on every ad, every speaking event, every
and it gets
media.
repeated on the news.
Yes.
This is what's crazy. They'll talk about it on these news shows, news shows.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a recent one that came up which had a lot of people, because a lot of people reached out to me. It was like, they're like, oh, Trump says he wants to execute Liz Cheney. I'm like, that is utter bullshit.
It's not what he said at all.
It's not what he said at all. He all he said was like, what he's saying is that, look, if Liz Cheney actually had to fight at the front lines, she'd think twice.
100%. She absolutely would. And that's what he was saying. And they chop and screw it up just like they do with everything else that Donald Trump says. Rogan and Elon Musk talking about Donald Trump forced to turn off his or get kicked off of Twitter, basically.
If you didn't do it, no one would have. And here's the hilarious narrative that I keep hearing from idiots. Elon's a bad businessman. Twitter is worth, 400% less than when he bought it. No, it wasn't worth that in the first place.
It wasn't worth that in the first place.
It wasn't worth $44 billion, you fucking morons.
Yes.
Like, wrong. And also, you're not taking into account the advertiser boycott.
Exactly.
That's total bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. So there are these organizations, like you can tell there's like, they're like when they have an Orwellian name. So like the Center for Countering Digital Hate,
right,
is a total scam organization, because they're like the Ministry of Truth type of thing in Orwell. They're a censorship organization.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they organize and they pushed the advertisers to boycott. So we still have, like, some of the boycott is starting to lift. And I think if Trump wins, we'll see, probably most of the boycott lift. But if Kamala wins, we'll see that boycott get stronger.
Yes.
And they'll friggin' shut down. There's no way that the sort of Kamala puppet regime would allow X to exist.
You really think that they'll be able to shut it down, though? Is there a
Yes.
pathway to that?
Yes.
What would they do?
Well, I mean, they can stick the DOJ on, and say, like, they've had this whole thing about like hate speech, misinformation, whatever, except that they're the ones pushing the misinformation. But that doesn't stop them from filing massive, lawsuits and using the DOJ.
But that's what they do. They push massive lawsuits. Donald Trump spent a bunch of money battling these lawsuits, and we already know all this. But this is absolutely huge. Joe Rogan and Elon Musk talk about the ultimate red pill moment when they deplatformed a sitting president with Donald Trump. This is absolutely huge news. Some of the biggest news, the best news, the biggest news you've ever heard. Let me know what you guys think about this. Oh boy, we are in for a treat tomorrow night. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think about all this. Smash the like button, share, subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.